What's up, everyone? It's Diecastbuffet here again, guys. We have one of the coolest diecast sets ever, in my honest opinion. It is the 2005 Aaron's 50th anniversary two-car set that features Kenny Wallace and Michael Waltrip, a Nextel Cup car and a Busch Series car. Both of them are promo diecast. It is just such an awesome diecast set. We're going to be doing a full review on both cars, opening it up. Let's go ahead and hop to it. And here we go, holding the 10 here in the studio. And what a cool looking just display piece this is. It kind of has a soft gold, kind of a bronze touch to it, but there's a lot of detail with the entire package. You got the number 99 right there with Michael Waltrip. You got him right there in his fire suit for one of the Busch races, I would assume. You have 50th anniversary of Aaron's right there. 2010, they ran a special 55 car paint scheme because it was the 55th anniversary. So really cool stuff. And on the other side, you have Kenny Wallace right there. This is based on his Cup car in 2005, which is awesome. You have kind of a leaf, like a vine or something with some leaves there. Then you have kind of a background effect. Just really, really cool stuff. Here's the bottom of it. I love that like gold, kind of a brass touch to it. Really awesome stuff. Now, I'm going to show you how this opens up here. And I've had this thing for 20 years, man. I love this diecast set. It's really cool. So you just carefully kind of wiggle the top panel off here. It's a pretty tight fit, so it's good for protecting these cars. And these things are pretty much almost mint. I've actually never played with these cars. Maybe once or twice, but they really kept them in this package. So you reveal the little top of the case thing there, and you have this plastic thing that locks it in. So the bottom portion of it is kind of a cheap, flimsy plastic, which is fine because it's like vacuum pressed. But this top piece is actually pretty good plastic. So even if the diecast tin gets compromised, this plastic cradle is going to protect your cars very well. These are also on the promo diecast mold as well, so they're more of a kind of a restrictor plate body style. I'll be showing that in a moment. Pop this little plastic panel off. It's kind of a tight groove. Oh, you can also find this diecast set. I made a good amount of them. It's not like super rare or anything, so fortunately there's a lot of these out there. And you can just see this beautiful kind of a gold metallic bronze paint job to these cars. We're doing a diecast review on each one of these. So the first car, I'm going to go ahead and carefully bring it out. We're going to start with the Michael Waltrip with the Busch Series, and then we'll go to Kenny Wallace. Love both of the drivers, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and carefully set this over here, and we're going to take a gander at this diecast. So this car right here is really, really awesome, man. It's pretty much his Aaron's purple machine, the dream machine that you would see all throughout the the early 2000s, but with a twist to it. Now, believe it or not, the Kenny Wallace car from this diecast set, I want to say made it to NASCAR 06. I could be tripping on that, but I want to say it actually made it to NASCAR 06 because Michael Waltrip Racing, I want to say it was Michael Waltrip Racing, was making not their debut, or was it their debut, but they were running a Cup car, I believe probably part-time, maybe full-time, I don't know. I'll have to, I probably should go back and read up on it, but that was kind of the early portion of Michael Waltrip's, tenure as a team owner. Of course, he was driving for, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated in 2005. That would be his final year. Let's go to the front of the diecast here. You have the cowl flaps that are painted black. You have the beautiful gold paint to the whole car here of the Aaron's 50th anniversary logo. You have the promo style dashboard for the stock car. One of the easiest telltale signs if it's a promo diecast or Gen 4 promo is the side window. Like if you have a Dodge, like a Casey Kane 2007 or something, and it has the Gen 4 kind of a Monte Carlo style rear side window, that's a telltale sign it is a promo diecast. And also the window is going to be a little bit short. The rear window will be a little bit short. That's another telltale sign it's a promo diecast. Another one is you will not see a hood ribbon. Like they'll be in the middle of the hood here. There'll be a slight stripe on the 2003 and 2005 Monte Carlos. There is not one here. So these are just very subtle things you can notice if you have a promo diecast, which back in the 2000s, they made a promo variant of pretty much all the main drivers' primary paint schemes. You know, you could get a Bobby Labonte, a Kevin Harvick, a Dale Earnhardt Jr., a Jeff Gordon. They would have all kinds of different ways to get your diecast, and they would come on a different mold. And what I love so much about this diecast mold, fellas, is it's very similar to the plate bodies. The nose is a little bit more taller, and then you have kind of more of a structured, bulkier body style, not really a manufacturer-specific one. So you have number 99 right there on the headlight there. You have maybe a team logo. Kind of blends in there. Got Monte Carlo with a little Aaron's Dream Clouds. Really cool. Got the little stars everywhere. Just so cool. Moog, Clevite, Cup, Edelbrock, Sunoco, J.E., Wicks, and Sunoco. You know, we're at 2025 right now, so technically this would be the 75th anniversary, I think, of Aaron's. So maybe at the time of this video, they haven't announced anything, but it'd be really cool to see him run his 75th anniversary paint scheme for Aaron's. Or actually, no, it would be the 70th because, yeah, okay, I got it confused. 2010 was their 55th anniversary, so this 2025 would be only their 70th. Still, they could do a celebration for that, but they're back in NASCAR at the time of this video with I want to say FRM and their truck program and their Cup Series program. So it's fantastic to see them return. Fortunately, with promo diecasts, they're distributed differently than your normal winner circle diecast. So guess what that means? Busch Series logos. Yep. I'm not sure if this diecast got a individual release or not. They made a ton of Michael Waltrip diecasts. A lot of his Busch Series cars got made, but you have the accurate Busch logos here. We're going to actually zoom in here and take a closer look at all the different contingencies. I mean, my goodness. There is so many different logos on this car. You got NASCAR Busch Series. Busch Pole Award. You got McDonald's, Powerade, Mechanics Wear, Featherlight, Autometer, Timken, Moroso, Penske, MSD, Lincoln Welders, Holly, Robestos, MB&A, Mobile One, 3M. Got Goodyear there. Got Michael Waltrip's signature, which looks really, really cool. You have Snap-on. Not sure what that middle decal is. You have the American flag, number 99. You have over here to the right side of the door panel. I'm not sure what those decals are. I see Best Western. You have Aaron's right there. I always thought it was creative how they would do the moon, the crescent moon, and it would wrap around the Gen 4 Monte Carlo style rear window. I think that was a really creative design touch. You have shopaarons.com. Aaron's got Maytag. Mitsubishi Electric. That is interesting on a Chevrolet. I find that kind of interesting. They even ran a paint scheme with David Rudiman in 2010. The Mitsubishi TV car or something like that, which is it's kind of interesting because it's a Toyota. I don't know if they're I don't think they're under the same brand or not brand, but corporation. I don't think so. Ownership, I'm not sure, but I find it kind of interesting. JVC, Frigidaire, Dell, GE, and RCA. Maytag there if I haven't already mentioned it. Go to the back panel of the diecast. You can see a little bit of some scrapage here. I don't know if that's a factory error or maybe seeing some play. Got Aaron's Dream Machine, got number 99. And you could really see the back bumper for the 05 Monte Carlo is very wavy. But since this is the promo mold, it's very similar to the 2006 Monte Carlo. Like, if you look at a onboard camera of a plate car, this is a pretty close look to it. If you're like watching a hood cam of a plate car, and they're at Daytona or Talladega, and there's a Chevrolet Monte Carlo in front, they're going to have a very structured rear end of the car, same with the nose, because they wanted the templates to be so, pretty much just so similar, right, to produce the best kind of racing. The right side of the diecast, just what a beautiful looking paint scheme. Man, I tell you what, if they want to run some Aaron's throwback paint schemes, they got a megalodon of great liveries to choose from. Go to the top of the diecast, you have the number 99 once again, and you got Dreams Come True at Aaron's. They have been such a great sponsor to the entire sport of NASCAR, to be honest with you. I mean, there was a time and place in NASCAR when they actually sponsored they sponsored 3 main races. I don't know if they sponsored any truck races, but they had 3 of them. They had the Aaron's 499, which was the Cup race at Talladega. And then they would also sponsor, I think, the Aaron's 312, which was the Busch race at Talladega. And then they even sponsored the Atlanta race at the Busch Series Atlanta race. So they had 3 event sponsorships. Then they had You know, the Aaron's car that Michael Waltrip drove all the time, all the commercials, and just, man, they had a lot of activity in the sport, which is fantastic. So here's the Kenny Wallace 2005 Aaron's car, and this thing is dope, man. I love it. Kenny Wallace, man, cup car. You know, if you're a completionist for your 2005, you know, NASCAR collection, this would be a car you would definitely want. This is freaking awesome. Let's go to the hood of the diecast. You have Aaron's 50th anniversary once again. It's the same paint scheme, but it is the cup car because you have the Nextel cup, so that's really cool. Got the cow flaps right there. For the front of the diecast, get Monte Carlo once again. You have the 00 there. I don't know if it was a full-time gig in 2005 or it was part-time. I imagine if it was a full-time car, they had different drivers in it because this is back still when they would have road course ringers, you know, come in and run maybe the road courses and whatnot. I'm not sure. I have to check like Racing Reference or something for it. Got Goodyear Gatorback, Moog, Clevite, Comp, Edelbrock, JE, Wix Air Filters, and Sunoco. Go to left side of the diecast, of course, for all your NASCAR diecast purchases. I haven't seen this at Circle B, unfortunately. They probably did maybe a long time ago, but you can tap in for all your new diecast purchases over there at Circle B. Help support the channel, allows me to do videos like this. Make sure you use promo code Diecastbuffet. And over here to the left side of the card, you have the Bud Pole Award. You love to see it on your Gen 4 Nextel Cup era diecast. And man, I love the promo mode for the Gen 4s. It just looks just like the Super Speedway cars. I think it's awesome, man. Got the 00 right there, which that would be kind of their signature number for a number of years. They would get their first win with David Rudiman at the 09 Coke 600. They would, of course, win Chicagoland in 2010. Awesome stuff. Nextel Cup Series, Mobile One, MB&A, 3M, EA Sports, Holly, Jessel, Mechanics Wear, got McDonald's Powerade, Gillette Mach 3, Goodyear, Kenny Wallace. Got a shout out to Kenny Wallace. He's funny, man. I like watching his videos. He's funny. Always been a fan of him, man. I remember his last race. I think it was Iowa 2015 or 2016 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Always a fan of old Kenny Wallace, man. Got I don't know what the biff that is. Is it Checkers? I don't know what that middle decal is. You have Coca-Cola and, of course, Sherwin-Williams. I'm assuming that's, I don't know, maybe their number they had years ago. For Aaron's, get Aaron's. Oh, this brings back something funny. So I remember when they were announcing the Aaron's partnership returning to the Cup Series in 2025, FRM, right, who's the team they sponsor, they had a social media post, I think it was on Instagram. It was so funny, man. They took the clip from SpongeBob, and it was SpongeBob asking Squidward, like, have you finished those errands? Have you finished those errands? And they read it, like, constantly, and then they, like, put the paint scheme. Just, I forget how exactly they did it, but it was one of the best social media posts I have ever seen from a NASCAR team. It was so creative, man. Check it out if you have time. It was hilarious. I think they did it for the spring Atlanta race in 2025, but it was so funny. A tag Frigidaire, Mitsubishi Electric, RCA, JVC, Dell, and Safety Clean with JE, or GE rather. I think there's a little bit of a difference. Yeah, look at that. So I don't know why they're different, but they're different. That's actually kind of interesting. So is there a missing logo? Okay, obviously the Safety Clean decal is not there, but maybe there's a missing logo. So actually, maybe the cars are a little bit different. Yeah, I didn't realize that. There's actually some differences on the sponsor placement more than I expected. You know, obviously on the Michael Waltrip car, the top car, you had like Best Western in the corner, but on the Kenny Wallace, you have this snap-on decal there. The B-post decals are different. We're going to compare both of the hood decals real quick. I'm curious. Is there any other differences? Honestly, no, I don't really see any differences there. That's actually kind of interesting. So I imagine what they did is they copy and pasted the entirety of the livery and went with that. They just like had the standard livery and they just swapped the logos around. That's actually pretty, smart that they did it that way, but it's interesting. So to the back of the car, you have the 00, got Aaron's Dream Machine. I don't like it how it's on the spoiler, but you know what? I'm not going to mind it, man. These diecasts are awesome. And They had so many great promo diecasts back in the years. One of them that I'd love to get one of these days, and it's so underrated. It's the Wood Brothers, I think it's 2006. It's like a 3-car set. It's a promo diecast. It has, I think, the Little Debbie's car. It has one of the Air Force cars, and it has another one. It's a 3-car set. They made a megalodon of them. It's not rare or anything. And all 3 of the diecasts, I want to say, were produced on the promo mode. But they're all Wood Brothers cars from 2006. Like, this is back when, like, that team was really going downhill, unfortunately. You know, they were getting closer and closer to being just a part-time team that, you know, has to qualify on speed for races, right? They were, you know, this wasn't 2001 Elliott Sadler, you know, Wood Brothers. This was kind of the beginning of the end, what looked like to be the end, and Trevor Bayne won a freaking 500 and saved the day. But yeah, that was really cool, man. I would love to be able to do a diecast review on that diecast set. At the top of the car, you have the 00 right there, and then you have Dreams Come True at Aaron's. Awesome diecast here, man. Let me tell you, if you're a fan of 2005 and NASCAR, it's one of my favorite years. 02 is my personal favorite, but 2005, 2004, 2003, 2001, those 5 years right there just hold a very special spot in my heart. So anyways, what an awesome diecast set. Highly recommend it, man. Really cool stuff. And the good thing about these diecast sets, you know, promo sets, or any of them that are like in a, you know, a tin, it's the 124 diecast effect. These are usually not played with. These are usually something that it's bought and displayed on a shelf and it's never touched. So if you get one, most likely it's going to be in pretty good shape. You know, I rarely see chipped up 124s because people just don't play with 124s. They're, you know, they're not exactly very, you know, inexpensive. So naturally, almost every 124 you see is in pretty good shape outside of shelfware. But yeah. So that's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. What an awesome diecast set here. The Aaron's 50th anniversary 2-car piece. Highly recommend it. That's all for now. Diecast Buffet signing off.